hello, how you doing? My name is Tehja, and today is a very extra special video. This won't be as long as the other videos, but today I am rhinestoning the crap out of the panties I sewed last video. Very, very fun, very, very easy, and yeah, more rhinestones. Yay. I'll be doing that. All the materials will be linked down below. Then grab a drink, grab a snack, grab whatever you want to grab. Relax and enjoy the show. Alright, so this is the panty that I've sewed last video. It's a very nice blank canvas, simple light pink panty, and I am going to, of course, rhinestone the crap out of it. That's the whole point. So, very awkwardly, I put on the panties and kind of sketch out the heart that I want, and like the heart shape that I want on the panties. And then I kind of make these little light ray thingies that I just want on the panties. It'll just add to the design really nicely. So I just drew that out with tailor's chalk as well. And then I have a leftover bow. It was my test bow or to practice making bows. And so I decided to put that at the back of the panties. So I'm just marking the placement of where I want that bow to be too. And then that's all I did in the mirror real quick. And then now I'm taking some red rhinestones. These are my infamous Valentina rhinestones from Tehja's Wonderland in 3mm and 4mm. Then the Looking Glass Ruby Slipper Red SS16 crystal glass or just glass rhinestones. Then I have Tehja's Wonderland's Betty SS12 crystal glass rhinestones as well. And I'm just going to mix all of those together just to give a dimension of different shades of red and then different sizes of red. But before we use all of that beautiful red tones, I'm going to take the Tehja's Wonderland 4mm Valentina rhinestones to use as an outline, because like I've said in the, I believe the corset bedazzling video, I really like to use the same size rhinestone as an outline if I'm having a very distinct shape that I'm rhinestoning. So I'm using E6000 Fabric Fuse glue and a paintbrush, and I just kind of paint along that heart shape that I used, that I drew with the tailor's chalk. And then now I'm placing my 4mm Valentina rhinestones on top of it. And so I'm just going to do the arches first, and then I'm just going to go along the hemline to make that heart shape. Now, one thing I wish that I did, because it did end up making the panties a little bit stiff where I rhinestoned it when it was like solid rhinestones, was I wish I just kind of dotted the glue and placed the rhinestones on top just to make sure that the stretch was still there. It was still comfortable, like it wasn't uncomfortable, but it did affect the fit a little bit. So I wish I did that instead of painting the glue on. Like you could paint the glue on for like maybe the arches of the heart, but for like the leg holes and for the inside of the heart, I wish that I just dotted the glue just to not disturb the structure of the fabric. So anyway, I'm just going to do the outline real quick, and then I'll be taking the mix of the different red rhinestones in order to fill in the heart completely, just wall to wall, the entire outline of it. So I'm just going to leave y'all to it as you watch me rhinestone this real quick, and I'll come back when I need to update you on whatever I did. Boom. So I am now re-rhinestoning the arches to make them a little bit higher for the heart, because I realized they were a little bit low and I wasn't sure if like the heart will be seen as much. So I kind of just raised them up like a ½ inch, and I'm so happy I did, because in the finished product, you could tell what it is. And I had a feeling that the way it was before I did that change, that you couldn't really tell if it was a heart or not, or the heart would just be barely seen. And I just didn't want that to happen after all the hard work I did in order to rhinestone this heart. So I just do that real quick, and I just continue to fill in the heart. So after the heart is completely filled in, I am now rhinestoning the little light rays that I drew onto the panties. And so I'm taking 4mm Valentina rhinestones from Tehja's Wonderland and 3mm Eris rhinestones that I'm alternating between the two for all of the light rays, because I want a little dimension of color. I didn't want it to just be straight red, and then also there's a lot of the hot pink like Eris color on the heart and on the corset, so I just wanted to incorporate it onto the panties just to give a hint, just to make it as cohesive as possible. And so yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick, and this was really easy to do as well. And I'm using a nail dotter that you use for nail art and stuff like that, but you can also use a toothpick too. I like to use a toothpick when the rhinestones are really small. So after I do that, as you see, I placed a little bit of light pink rhinestones for where I messed up the light ray a little bit and I had to readjust. I'm going to fill in the rest of the negative space with light pink rhinestones that give that monochromatic effect, because I wanted it to be like wall to wall sparkly. Like I wanted all the sparkles. So I use a mix of 2mm and 3mm rhinestones, and like the 2 3mm equivalent for glass and crystal rhinestones to completely rhinestone the rest of the panties. I use Ariah rhinestones from Tehja's Wonderland in 2 and 3mm, and then a few crystal and glass rhinestones from Dreamtime Creations. I'll link the exact ones down below. I don't remember which ones they were, but I got them for my birthday look, and I just had some left over. I wish I had a video on me making the look, but if y'all watch my Bedazzling corset video, y'all would know that Mercury retrograde struck and kicked me in my ass. So I don't have any of the footage for that, but I do have like the TikTok footage that I have yet to edit, which I'll get to that as soon as possible. But yeah, so I have a little bit of footage for that, but other than that, I ain't got nothing else. So, but anyway, you see me now doing the light pink rhinestones, and I do that for the back and the front. For the back, I use less rhinestones only because like I want to be able to be comfortable. Sitting on rhinestones is not super uncomfortable, but granted, like I would literally love bras and corsets. I love to wear corsets, don't love to wear bras, but I love like wearing as in art and like the art and fashion that I produce. I like that. So like my comfort level, like I have a very high tolerance for discomfort. I say all that to say, so it's different for everybody, but like even for my birthday outfit, I put rhinestones on the back of the skirt that I had, and it was not uncomfortable for me at all. So anyway, I'm just gonna leave y'all to it until, you know, I do anything else. It's just a really chill, very self-explanatory video this time around. So enjoy it while it lasts, because the next video is the gloves video, and that's some steps that has some explaining to do. So anyway, just chillax and enjoy this video. So I turned to the back of the panties, and then I would like show off the couple of rhinestones I got from Dreamtime Creations. There we go. So it's the Aloha rhinestones in SS12 in whatever color that is. I don't know. I just bought some and I just put them on my panties because I also because I had a few left, so I just wanted to use them up real quick. And what is that? Oh, those are Dreamtime in I think SS16 size. They're both light pink rhinestones. So anyway, I'm just going to continue to rhinestone the back. And I'm going to let that dry once I finish rhinestoning the back. I'm going to let it dry. And then I'm going to sew on the bow as the last step. Okay, so I let the panties dry for about 24 hours, and now I am taking the bow and I'm just going to hand sew it to the marker that I put for the panties of where I wanted to go. But I think I fold the panties in half anyway, just to double check, just to make sure that it's in the middle of the panties. I didn't want it like off center or anything like that. So I do that first, mark that with the pin, and then sew it at the level of where I put the marker when I marked it with tailor's chalk. So if you see, I'll flip it to the inside. Yeah. Don't mind that. Again, I was like under a time restraint because that's like a theme of mine. That's literally a theme of mine because I think it was the panties is when I like was close to the Valentine's Day date. And I had to finish like all these different pieces. So I was a little sloppy. Don't mind me, but it got the job done, and I can always like cut it and re-sew it if I really wanted to do it like very professional like. But when it's for me, I cut some corners here and there. But when it's for other people, I do the utmost. I do the utmost. So yeah, don't mind me. I'm just hand sewing this real quick. Overall, these are how the panties came out. I'm giving like a flat lace shot. because that's all we got. But I love the way that they came out. They're very different from the original sketch. I figured like the original sketch just would have been way too much. It would have been way too much. Cause it was supposed to be like another triple heart, you know, multi-color heart, just like the heart, like just like the bra and the corset. And I was like, that's just too much. A solid red heart is just fine with some colorful rhinestones. So, yeah, this is how I came out, and I hope that y'all love it as much as I do. And so that's pretty much it, but it's very sparkly, it's very pretty. It's like awkward rhinestoney panties, but then when you put them on, it's worth it. It's very nice, it's very sparkly, it's very pretty. Especially it has such a big effect for such a small piece of clothing. So I had to do it. I mean, everything else is rhinestone. I can't not rhinestone something. Like, it's very hard for me to like not rhinestone something. I need sparkle. I need sparkle. So anyway, that's it for this video. As always, the materials will be linked in the description box and the comments down below. Let me know, y'all, down below, if you made it this far, what snack or food, what food or drink did you have while watching this video? I just want to know how many of y'all grab a drink and grab a snack, really. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you get notified whenever I do post that video, because that's a video that's near and dear to my heart, because it was something new and different, and I love the way it came out. And so yeah. Anyway, y'all, as always, please love yourself, and I will see you next video. Mwah!